Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the marketing series. Today, Tony and I are going to talk about 5 strategies for you to boost website traffic and conversion. All right, Tony, hit me with number one.
Search engine optimization.
SEO.
Right. I'm sure you've heard that before. So again, this is a long-term game, but if you focus on your website's content and its structure, okay, you can improve your visibility on Google. And if you can get your targeting right with the right keywords and things like that, with as far as creating quality content, you're going to start to see a ton of organic traffic to your site, right? So again, naming your images, right? Writing good content, right? The blogs, all these things, all this hard work, that in itself will drive traffic and obviously optimally create more conversion to your site.
So, are there tools and resources to help with SEO? Because we know it can be difficult.
A lot of the websites have, if you're using WordPress as an example, there's Yoast SEO is a great plugin to use. Wix has its own pre-built things. So again, like use plugins or these tools to make it easier. There's also tools that will actually also kind of like rate your content to make sure that you have the right ratios and things like that. There's obviously AI that you can use, but again, I just want to enforce that be careful because Google is smart enough to know when that content is AI written. So change it, make it your own, right? Use it as a guideline.
Topic number two, which is
Yes,
pay-per-click advertising.
you're right. That is strategy number 2. Pay-per-click advertising, using platforms like Google Ads, right, will definitely drive traffic to your website with pay-per-click. And basically you only pay when somebody clicks on your ad, which makes it very cost-effective strategy to take to drive traffic and conversion to your site. Again, a little sneak peek. We do have a little tool that we're going to be announcing soon that will make Google and these other platforms like Facebook and things like that a lot easier for you to do that. So look out for that coming soon. Do some paid advertising, Facebook, Google, get some more traffic to your site.
Yeah, and I think people primarily think Google Ads when they hear pay-per-click, but like you said, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, there's a lot of platforms, Pinterest even, Snapchat, a lot of these platforms have pay-per-click ads.
And again, just think about it, right? So again, depending on the industry, if I am looking for a food near me or diner near me, they're hungry, right? If they're researching diner locations, right? So again, it's the intent. Facebook, it's what they call like people are not on Facebook looking for ads, right? But they're being interrupted by ads, so they're in a different frame of mind when they're looking at that. So they both work together. Together, they work magically. Right, you know what I mean. So, but yeah, that's definitely a strategy. Number 2 is definitely use your paid pay-per-click advertising.
What is our third strategy?
Yes, email marketing.
We have 2
Yeah,
groups of people cringing and people going, "Who reads their email
yeah.
anymore?"
I would say 10 years ago, right, there was a lot of conversation that email marketing was going to be like a thing of the past. But nowadays, if you look at it, some companies only use that strategy, which
Mhm.
is crazy because again, let's talk about audiences. Okay, when you have an audience on other people's platforms, who owns the audience?
Mhm.
Right? It's the platform. So if the platform disappears, your audience is gone. Emails you own, right? So if you have them on your email, you can market to them, right? So like if you build like a strong targeted campaign, like to your audience, you personalize things with newsletters and maybe exclusive offers, right? That kind of drive that traffic back to your site. It's only going to increase conversions, and you guys are going to make more money. So email marketing is definitely strategy number 3.
Mhm.
Do get people's emails, get them in your system, your ecosystem, right? You know what I mean? So yes, absolutely.
You're nurturing them through email too. Like, "I'm not ready yet,
Yeah,
but I'm curious about what you do. I wanna learn a little bit more. Let me just see what they send me." And over
yep,
time, I'm going, "Wow, this is really valuable content. Well, this is really valuable content too.
you got it.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna jump on that offer because they've served me so much helpful content, that I'm just like, there's no reason for me not to take advantage of this. It's super informative." Email done right is so helpful.
Yeah. Email done wrong is annoying, right?
Exactly.
And
Unsubscribe,
and
spam.
bingo, right? And that's the
Mhm.
thing. Like people, there's hot and cold, right?
Yeah.
why you do it is because the people that do like it, as long as you're educating them and things like that, you're going to get value. They're eventually going to buy.
Mhm.
I think we've all bought in things because years later because they just communicated. But if I keep sending out, hey, buy this now, buy this now, buy this now, buy this now, it's like, dude,
Mhm.
like click unsubscribe. So
Yeah.
for proper etiquette.
And bouncing off of email marketing, there's also probably our next topic, which is social media.
Strategy number 4. Yeah, so social media marketing, right? So obviously you are going to leverage the power of social media to promote your website, right? And engage your audience, right? So, creating engaging posts, sharing valuable, content. Again, running targeted ads,
Keyword
targeted,
targeted.
yes,
Don't
yes,
boost
to
your
to the
post.
right people. Again, it takes time and things like that. But strategy number 4 is use social media to your advantage.
Valuable content, helpful, informative, engaging, funny. Have a strategy that touches on some of that, and you are good to go. All right, hit me with strategy number 5, our final one.
It's all about rating and optimizing your conversion. Okay, so the whole idea is you have to analyze people's behaviors, right?
Mm,
So um, if people are landing on a product or an offer and you're driving 1,000 people to that page and no one's buying, right, you have to start to analyze and ask yourself why, right? Is the page optimized? Do I have the right information? Do I have the right targeted people that I'm asking to go to that page, right? um, you have to start to analyze these things. The better you can come up with, solutions or, kind of figuring out, yep, this is definitely, I'm just obviously targeting the wrong audience, right? So no wonder why they're not buying, these things.
mhm.
Okay. So all these things, these strategies are great, but tracking and checking out your conversion, optimizing it and things like that is what kind of like rounds everything out and puts everything in place. Not exciting, right? Because a lot of times it's showing you the hard truth, like, yep, your marketing sucks, or you got the wrong targeting. You just spent $1,000. You just spent 3 weeks of work on this campaign, and nothing's working. So,
Mhm.
super important.
It hurts because it's like, "Oh, that didn't work, and I potentially spent this money," if you're running ads, and the keywords were wrong or the audience marketing targeting was wrong.
Right.
You make an adjustment and you go from there, which is why it's important to keep a pulse on it and not just turn on the ad and let it run. We always say, like,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah, and again, look at the user experience, right?
Mm,
Is it the best experience? Is the page loading? Are the pictures coming up properly? Right? That's
mhm,
a big thing. If it takes too long to load, people are going to bounce, right? And maybe they don't even get a chance to see the product, right? The other thing is having the call to action button in the right place. Or
mhm.
first of all, having one, by the way, number one, conducting A and B tests, right? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe you segment your audience a little bit and you send some people to this page versus this page, right? And maybe you have it, maybe you have it laid out a little bit different. Maybe you're using a different image, right? A little bit different headline and things like that to see which one works better than the other. Listen, if you do these things and you do these things consistently, you're going to get a ton more traffic to your site.
Yeah, absolutely. So to overview that, the 5 tips are SEO, pay-per-click
Yep.
advertising, email marketing, social media, and conversion rate optimization.
Yeah. And again, if you were going to create an action list as far as you know um, where to start, okay. Obviously, if you look at the SEO, it's a long term gain, right?
Mhm,
But it doesn't cost anything but time.
mhm,
Okay, right. So if you're going back and you're slowly doing your SEO on your site, changing your keywords, changing the content and things like that, over time you're going to get results. If you don't have time but you want to get more traffic, you go to option number 2, which is the ads. Again, that costs money. That,
mhm.
and if no one knows you exist, you got to do some kind of like traffic to
Yeah,
kind of to your site, right? Email marketing is great when you have an audience. If you don't have anyone in your emails, like, and who are you going to talk to?
mhm,
Right. So again, going back to maybe creating a strategy that people download leads, like a lead magnet or something like that we talked about in one of our previous videos. To
mhm.
capture those emails. Option number 4 we talked right was the social media aspect of things, right? Posting. But again, if you don't have people following you, that's not going to do you any good either, right? So I think if you look at it, you want to try to hit number 1 and 2 to try to get there, and then slowly start to build your email list and your social media following and things like that by some of the things that you're doing, up on top.
Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more
Yep.
valuable tips and strategies.